BJ from More Game Gumbo. I've got my guest, Mike Young from Next Move Games and Plan B Games, and we're talking spicy hot games that he and I have played. How about a game that I have really enjoyed since I brought it back, since you sold it to me at Gen Con, Era Medieval Age, a game from Matt Leacock, right, Mike?
Yes. So Matt Leacock, I'm sure you guys know him. He's done Pandemic, but also
Just a couple of little games here and there on BGG.
Some popular series. I'm certain that things sold millions at this point, but Era is kind of an evolution of sorts of his take on Roll Through the Ages. So he designed that almost 10 years ago or so, and
Sure. Yep.
We knew we had something special on our hands. We loved Era, or I should say, we loved Roll Through the Ages. We wanted to do something a little different with it. So roll and writes are extremely hot right now, so we knew we had to stand out in some way. So the best way we thought of was to make it stand up, make it 3D. So when you roll, you're actually building, and that's our whole concept here is roll and build, that you're actually building your city and your state in front of you.
Got that fistful of dice that I have right there in the picture. And the coolest thing that I like about Era, the absolute coolest thing, there's a plethora of roll and writes out there. And like you said, you guys decided to plus it up, as Walt Disney would say. And instead of just being a roll and write, it's got these. Is it plastic or rubber, or I forgot what these pieces are made out of?
It's a plastic mold. Like, we actually went to a 3D sculptor and we had it plastic. It's a plastic mold. I think it's just a soft plastic, so it wouldn't be too brittle. But yeah, the components look incredible, and I'm in the process of actually painting mine right now.
Oh, you really?
I'm not a miniatures guy. I've never been like a blood rage player or anything like that. But with a game this pretty, I feel like I kind of have to do it justice, and it's a nice activity to kind of wind down the evening with. So every day I'm usually just working on just one piece at a time, two pieces at a time, sort of thing.
Here's what I'm fascinated by this game. Number one, I love the chucking of the dice and building out your city, but it's I can't believe he came up with this, but it's the push your luck element of how big am I going to make my city before I start to close it in? Because, you're going to run out of rounds. Yeah, no, and I always seem to build it too big.
Yeah, no, you're pushing because you're going to run out of walls. You're not going to have enough time.
I know.
Someone's going to kill it early because they see what you're doing. So there's a nice tension in the game without being overwhelming. And I don't know about your plays. My plays are about 30 or 40 minutes.
About perfect.
So it's quick enough to play, and then I want to do another one. So
yeah, that's the funny thing about this game is we never seem to play it once. We always seem to play it back to back. I haven't done it 3 times, but we have played it back to back because the first time you teach it, someone says, roll through the Ages plus Legos. That's a great elevator pitch for it. And that's one of the things that I like so much about it, the visual appeal of seeing the city come up as you roll the dice. Now, people have to know the elevator pitch on the game is that you're going to get dice, and what they really represent are your peasant workers or your nobles
classes
or your clerical part. And they're going to give you back stuff each time you roll those dice. Yep. But there's also a push your luck element in rolling the dice themselves also, because you've got those skulls that could come out.
Right, which serves as disasters that could hit your countryside, whether it's like disease or famine or treachery where your neighbors are damaging you. So
Chuck's in here from the Gateway and Filler Games group, the best Facebook group, my favorite one out there on the internet. Chuck runs it. Doesn't own any rolling rights yet. We've been trying to convince him to try one of them, but this is the one, Chuck. This is the one. You jump into this one. Chuck's going to be there at PAX U. He should play this at PAX U.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's what I like about this is that unlike some rolling rights, I get my own dice pool, and I get to customize it, and I get to strategize how I want to. And each person's city is going to look different than the next person. And I'm not doodling. There's something really nice and very photogenic about taking a picture of your city once you're finished. Like, you just marvel at it. Maybe I'm weird like this, but I like seeing this cool bling in front of me. So
no, I'm absolutely like that. I love seeing it. And what I'm always amazed is we all have the same pieces. We all start out with the same dice.
Yes.
No 2 cities ever look the same.
No, exactly. So I don't know if I told you, but a couple things. So the player board here, one of the common complaints that we heard is that it's just not a lot of contrast. So you can see icons on there. We do offer stickers for free. You cover the postage. So if you picked it up, In retail, you probably have it, but if you've got it from a con from us, you'll have stickers which give it a really nice contrast.
I bought it from a fellow named Mike Young over at Plan B at Gen Con. So
Yep.
I'm going to have to get the stickers for it.
Remind me afterwards. I'll get them shipped to you.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, Jambalaya is here. Jeremy Howard says, oh my God, they will let anyone here. Anyone.
Don't you have a filter for the crew?
No, we don't have a
here.
we should have a filter. No, Jeremy, you know that we love him. We love having him over here. So, hey,
yeah, I love Jeremy. Such a nice guy.
We got Chuck to try it. Chuck says he will give it a go at PAX, and we want an honest opinion, Chuck. Well, actually, if it's a good opinion, we want it. If it's not, don't.
I just want you to play it, and if you like it, great.
I like what Sean says. He says it's a fun take on roll and write, just enough complexity and a beautiful game. I've taught it to people who've never played Euro games before, and I also play it with my big Euro group.
Yeah, no, this is on the lighter end of things for my chunky Euro players, like the ones who would love to play the Lasarda games or the Pfister games, but also still not too far out of the realm for some of the gateway casual friends, So
now they ran out of Gen Con, but apparently you have some new buildings for Era. There was some y'all are planning some.
I wish I grabbed them, but we have a little mini expansion that includes the harbor and the Great Hall. Come with a couple of unique dice and small little rules for that.
Oh, cool.
I think it's only like $10 or $12 on our web shop.
Oh, perfect.
Those got restocked recently, and I don't know if you saw this, but we have a player mat. You saw that at Gen Con, I think, right?
Yes, I saw the player mats at Gen Con.
We have a player mat now that it's available for pre-order. So if you want something to kind of just help organize the table, those are something we're offering. It should be, I think it's going to be here before the end of the year, so it might be just in time for Christmas holiday.
I could see a playmat in this game, and here's why, Mike. Because one of the key parts of the game is knowing how many pieces are left.
Yes.
Because you got to know how much time you have left to build your city.
Yeah.
And that playmat that you guys had at Gen Con, I watched a couple of demos, and you could just instantly see, right, oh, this is the different stacks of all the different things.
Oh, okay, I see this many of this building, this many of this building, and you can gauge yourself. Yep.
And that is Era from from Plan B, right?
No, that's actually Eggertspiele. That's our connoisseur line.
From Eggertspiele Era out there right now, and you can get the sticker free. Just go on the website and check that out.